Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our live coverage of the Iowa caucus. We got a great one for you here today, as always. We got James Stanley back with us. James, thank you so much, and please, get Political Talk back and running soon. We need to have your show back on the air. That is for sure. I do, though, want to start off by bringing to the table a first guest on, our second guest, obviously, because we have with us, I'm giving him a call right now as we speak for the first time ever on Newsflash, Brendan Slater. Brendan, can you hear me all right?
Hi, Spencer. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? How are you feeling this caucus night?
Tonight is caucus night, yes.
Yes, how are you feeling? You feeling good? You feeling excited? Because you are, for those of you who don't know, a Yang supporter.
I am feeling excited. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the results after they didn't release the Des Moines Register. That was interesting.
Yeah, I think that was interesting. For sure. What do you think about Yang? Like, because we can all be honest here. Yang isn't the most like strong candidate. He's not doing the best in the polls, but he has been very exciting for a lot of people. He's brought a lot of people out, donated gotten a lot of grassroots funds. So, where do you think you're going to end up going? And where do you think all the Yang people are going to end up going?
I hate to interrupt.
If Yang doesn't end,
Sanders
end
and Buttigieg
going.
are tied.
I'm going to be completely honest. I think everyone kind of knows that Yang's not going to be the nominee, but I think that my second choice to Yang honestly would probably be Trump. I'm not a big fan of all of the progressives, the ultra progressive like Warren and Sanders, and I'm also not really that trustworthy of Joe Biden's mental health, if I'm going to be completely honest. So I'd definitely go to Trump after that.
Out of curiosity, what does draw you to Trump over like another Democrat?
I just got to say that I like to keep an open mind and weigh all of my options. But in the foreseeable future, I think that really the only two candidates that I can personally see getting the nomination are either Biden or Sanders.
Mm-hmm. And
I think that Sanders is just a little too left for me. I don't really agree with his Medicare for all policy. I more prefer a Medicare for those who want it policy. And I just think that Joe Biden has shown time and time again that his age is starting to get to him.
Yeah, I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah. So honestly, but I did see in the Iowa youth poll, Andrew Yang actually came out first. So
that's interesting. That could be a bit of a threat to Bernie there.
Yeah. Bernie came second in the poll. It was he was close second. It was I think about 23 Yang and then 21% Bernie.
Okay. What do you think makes Yang so appealing to so many people in the way, like, a very seasoned politician like a Cory Booker type person or a Beto O'Rourke type person? Like, why do you think Yang is still in and those people are not?
I think it's because he's different. He's really different.
Yes.
I think one thing that definitely draws me to him, and even people who are not Yang supporters, we can all agree that a lot of people want to break up big tech, and that's a big part of Yang's campaign. I think one of his core ideals of automation is taking over millions of American jobs at a faster rate than any of us can predict. I really think that his prioritizing of keeping American jobs in American hands and not robots' hands really draws a lot of working class people to him. And in addition, he's one of the candidates with the most former Trump supporters from 2016 that are drawn over to Democrats. And I think that, I just think that he helped create thousands of jobs in Detroit and in other major big cities. And I just think, he's proven himself to be able to create jobs well like Trump, but, he's maybe a little bit smarter than Trump.
Yeah. So, like, you did support President Trump in the 2016 election, right?
I did, yeah. Actually, surprisingly, I supported Bernie Sanders in the 2016 election.
Yeah. But then
I kind of drifted farther to the right, and then I slowly started drifting farther left again back into the center where I'm kind of residing now. I think, at first I liked the appeal of, Sanders' whole progressive campaign, but, then the more I looked at it, the more I just kind of thought, like, especially the biggest part of Sanders for me that draws me away is his Medicare for All policy. I think that, if you're fine with your private insurance, you should have a right to keep it. And then I shifted right over towards Trump because, I don't know, I kind of just started to get a bit more, patriotic, enjoying the strong America lifestyle. Is
that the major thing that kind of drew you to Trump? The America First mentality of flexing of America's muscles.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But then I kind of found Yang, and I kind of realized that I can keep that America First mentality with Yang while also finding a lot of moderate policies that, aren't as far right as Trump's, because, I really don't believe that we need a border wall. It's kind of ridiculous. I think that if we just make the legalization process easier, then a lot of people are going to start to come in here legally.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And a big turnoff of Trump for me was just the things that he says you shouldn't say if you're president of the United States. Like,
just some of the language is just a little bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, there's I read something about, I'm not going to put any numbers out, but a very large amount of his tweets are insults directed at somebody, and it's a large percentage. I'm not going to throw any numbers out there. I'd say it's safe to say it's definitely above 20%, though.
Yeah.
Which, it's just, get off Twitter, stop insulting people, and actually start to worry about this country, Yeah.
That definitely makes a lot of sense. And, where do you see some of the America First policies in Yang's campaign? Because he's not running that much of a macho, beat your chest campaign type thing. Do you see that through the American jobs, the desire to protect American jobs, or is it something else?
I'm not necessarily saying with Yang the whole macho America First policy.
Yeah.
It's more just under Yang, he's going to look to create jobs for the millions of immigrants coming to our country, and I believe that a big part of what America is meant to be is it's meant to be a place for anybody to come and work and find the American dream, whatever your definition of that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely something that I think definitely some candidates in this race are capturing their desire to maintain the American dream. Do you think the American dream is alive today or no?
I think that your definition of the American dream can be different from person to person, but I don't think that the American dream life is dead. I don't think it's,
in the sense of if you work hard enough, you can make it anywhere, no matter the case, whatever it could be.
Mm-hmm. I truly believe that if anybody works hard enough at anything, they can get what they want, and that's especially true in America.
Yeah, definitely some interesting results here coming in to I do want to get to of Des Moines, where Elizabeth Warren in the early estimates of the first round here is up by 5 over Buttigieg and Sanders. Also, the final results from Johnson County number 2, Klobuchar 106 people, Sanders 83, Buttigieg 81, and then Warren 69. Warren picked up the most Biden supporters after he wasn't viable, so that could be a sign of things to come. Buttigieg in Cedar Rapids, 25-18, shared between Warren and Sanders. Klobuchar just behind at 17. Looks like Biden, though, throughout what we've seen, is doing very, very badly. All right, that's some of the results here. Who do you see winning Iowa tonight? Do you think do you think Sanders could hold on, or do we see some? Before I let you go here, like who do you got winning Iowa?
I'm gonna have to give it to Sanders. I think Sanders is gonna have this one.
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed your first time on Newsflash, and enjoy the rest of Iowa Caucus Night 2020. Really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you very much for having me. I enjoyed it very much.
All right, see you tomorrow, Brendan.
Bye-bye.
All right, that's Brendan Slater there, and yeah, definitely interesting to hear takes from another supporter, something that we don't really see very often, a Yang supporter. My dad's actually a Yang supporter too, so yeah, great to have him on. Always good to have new. Hopefully, we'll get to talk to some more people in the future. James, what do you think of that? What do you think of that interview?
Interesting. I just think I think it would be interesting to support Trump though in the general election. If you're going to be supporting someone like Yang, I mean,
yeah, it's not a political perspective you see very often.
No, but I don't. I mean, honestly though, all I'm going to say is we can't vote. So to be honest with you, our opinion doesn't necessarily make that much of a difference.
Yeah, James, you will be able to vote in 2020, correct?
No, I will actually not. I was incorrect about saying that before.
Okay.
Sadly not, but that would be nice if I could.
All right, so the first round in Cedar Rapids, CNN early estimate, Buttigieg 25, Warren 18.8, Sanders 18.6. So yeah, we're waiting for some more of those caucus results as they continue to flash up on the CNN screen. What else have you been hearing, James? Excuse me, as far as the results are concerned.
I mean, it seems like okay. So right now, Sanders is taking the lead again on the New York Times Live Iowa result page. It was a short time where actually Buttigieg and Sanders were tied, which is where I said while you guys were talking on the call with Brendan, I mentioned that quickly because a little bit of a shock there. But Sanders took the lead yet again. Biden's also starting to gain a bit more onto Buttigieg's second place, which is not too shocking.
Yeah. So, what do you think some of the areas? Like, Joe Biden should be nervous at this point because there's definitely some just the results I'm seeing on the screen here. Things don't look that great.
Yeah, they don't look too good for him. I will have to argue, and I will definitely say that he wasn't necessarily going to be doing good in this state. I will argue. I think Iowa's a hard state for someone like Biden to win, just because, you know, he's more of just like the typical candidate. There's really nothing too much to him, which is in some sense, some ways why I like him. I mean, a lot of people don't like him for that reason. As you saw, Brendan said that he didn't really like Biden for that reason. He liked Sanders because he was too left, for example. I mean, everyone's different. Some people liked Buttigieg because he was young. He looked like a new Obama. People liked Obama and this and that. So, everyone has a different perspective on each candidate, it seems like, for this race. But I think I don't think tonight's going to be a good night for Biden at all. No, I don't.
No, yeah. So interesting from the Amy Klobuchar campaign. Her campaign manager, Justin Buen, tells CNN that their precinct's captains say the senator is viable in a bunch of different areas. Back in the War Room, we've been talking to a bunch of precinct captains, and they say that we are viable in a bunch of precincts. So that could be very interesting because you get the sense that it won't really, she won't be determining a lot of the results. But if she is still viable in these precincts, that could stop her supporters from going to other people that wouldn't be Bernie and then harnessing Bernie. So do you see this as good news for Klobuchar and Bernie? Am I right in saying and making that claim there?